Where is she, son?
She's ready. Down at the store taking inventory.
Everything set?
I'll go get her.
I'll take care of Cather.
Sorry. The clerk's out. Getting a drink. Thanks. It's the class of clientele he gets. They drive him to it. Now, look.
Good evening. Major McCready, this is Mr.
Cobb. Christopher Cobb.
How do you do?
Major?
You know the Major's son, Robbie?
Yes, we've met.
Welcome to Wallaby Junction, Mr. Cobb. If you're looking for work, you'll have to see me in the morning. I could use another man or two. Now,
I'm Cather Cameron.
Miss Cameron?
We were just about to have a little celebration.
Cobb, like the Major says, in Wallaby Junction, if you want work, you see him. If you want trouble, you see me.
Plenty of spunk, that boy of mine.
I was about to ask if Mr. Cobb would like to join us.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
Come on, Cather.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Miss Cather. Happy birthday to you.
You're in very good voice, Major.
Was never raised in a finer cause, Miss Cather. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Many happy returns.
Many happy returns. Happy birthday, Cather.
Happy birthday, Cather.
Thank you. And how's your wife, Gilbert?
Happy birthday,
Not
Cather.
strong enough to make the ride in, I'm afraid, but she sends her love and her thanks for not pressing for that payment. With us owing you so much as we do. Happy birthday, Cather.
Thank you. When you can.
Not a very profitable way to run a land business.
Why, I gave you credit on your land, too, Major.
Yeah, and I made every payment when it was due.
That's because I don't have bully boys like you hire to ride through our fields, firing the grain when it's ready for harvest, and running off with other people's stock.
I've had just as many stolen as you, Kilcane, and don't you forget it.
Please, don't spoil my birthday party.
Oh, I'm sorry, Cather.
There now, that's better. Why, Mr. Cobb. So you did come to join my party.
Well, thanks, Miss Cameron. I won't bother you a minute. I'm looking for a man named Wallaby Dick. Is he here? Why, I'll be pleased to take our distinguished visitor to see Mr. Wallaby Dick. Thanks, Miss Cameron. You want to see Wallaby Dick? He's in there.
How'd it happen?
His foot caught in the stirrup. Horse dragged him.
I once knew of a case like that. Only the man was dragged behind the horse at the end of a rope. Somebody wanted to make it look accidental.
And it didn't?
No. The man's boots were like Wallaby Dick's in here. There was no mark where the stirrup would have cut the leather. Where'd he live?
About 2 miles out. First place you come to. It's an old, run-down place. Some people say it's haunted.
I'll keep an eye out for ghosts.
thought you'd come here.
Now, why should that interest you?
Because you interest me. Because this place interests me. Those are my parents buried there. That's another story, Mr. Cobb. What interests me right now is why Mr. Christopher Cobb, owner of Cobb and Company Stages, takes all the trouble of riding to this remote country to find an old prospector by the name of Wallaby Dick.
I didn't think anybody up here would connect me with the stage line.
I read the Sydney papers, Mr. Cobb. He was working on this the last time I saw him. Must be his grandchild's birthday gift. You still haven't told me what you wanted with him.
Well, I didn't want to publicize it, but Dick wrote me a letter. Told me about a new water hole that he'd found somewhere near here in the Blue Rock Desert. It could serve as a way station and establish a new freight service for this part of the country. Well, I guess I'll have to find it myself.
It's a big desert, Mr. Cobb.
So it is. I've explained my motives.
Did you ever hate anybody? I mean really hate them. So that their destruction was more important to you than anything else in the world?
No.
I told you those graves out there were my parents. My father was murdered here. Shot down because he worked this land and claimed it for his own. His murder broke my mother's health. She died within a month. I was a little girl. Until then. That's all I remember about my childhood. That and the man who killed them.
Well, you know, somebody once said that hate destroys first of all the hater.
I know that. Until tonight, I never particularly cared.
Whoever it was, you gave him just time enough to get away. Miss Cameron here?
Mr. Cobb, are you leaving us?
Well, I hadn't planned to just yet.
Whose side you on? McCready's or mine?
No side.
A man can't ride the fence in this country, bucko. I came out here when land was for the taking, and I took mine. What was rightfully mine, not what belonged to another man like McCready did. Now he sees my land and grows greedy, does what he can to force me out. One thing he and that wild boy of his don't figure is that I'll die first, and I'll die fighting.
You know, there's just a chance that you could be wrong about McCready.
Ah, somebody stole more of my herd last night. Clear out, bucko. Get on your horse and keep riding. Don't stop at McCready's or anywhere else till you're out of this valley.
Looking for something?
Yeah, your father.
He's busy branding.
Well, don't tell me you're still looking for Wallaby Dick, Mr. Cobb.
Nope. McCready, I think I know a way of stopping these stock raids if you're really interested.
All right. Come with me. Well, maybe you're right. There might be another way across the mountains. But in all the years I've lived here, I've never heard of it. This would help, of course, to explain these mysterious stock raids, but what do you get out of it?
Well, first of all, you get your name cleared, and I get a right-of-way for Cobb and Company freight lines.
If you find it. If, like you say, Wallaby Dick was killed by someone because he found this pass, you considered the same thing might happen to you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. What do you want me to do?
Last night, I happened on several men. Somebody took a shot at me, and today, Kilcane told me that the raiders hit him again last night. Now, there's just got to be a pass through those mountains somewhere.
Oh, it'd be like looking for a needle in a haystack.
Well, then I think it's up to us to make them show it to us.
You mean you want me to use my prize stock to bait a trap?
That's right, McCready. And without your men guarding them.
Oh, that'd be out of nonsense.
Would it? Or are you afraid I might find out who the leader is?
I am not afraid of that, Mr. Cobb.
Fine. I'll meet you at the haunted station at sundown. I thought you'd probably be along. I'm alone. Climb down and have some coffee.
You aren't much good at taking advice, are you?
Kilcane, how would you like these raids to stop? And the men responsible for them caught tonight.
You mean McCready?
I mean, whoever it is. We've got to force him to show his hand, and we need bait. McCready's willing to take a chance, are you? Will you risk your herd and trust me?
How do I know I can trust McCready?
He'll be here at sunset. Come back then. You two can stake out together and keep an eye on each other.
I don't have much of a herd left to risk. Your plan better come off.
It's too good an opportunity to miss, Kilcane. The raiders have got to hit your herd or McCready's. Either way, you'll get your stock back.
We better.
Looking for more toys?
Not really. Am I interrupting anything?
I don't know.
Chris, I'm sorry about last night.
That's all right.
Chris, this is a big country. It's too big for a woman to handle alone.
You don't lack for suitors, Catha.
I've come to you with my heart in my hands. It's as simple as that.
You're a lovely woman, Catha. Very hard to resist. If I were a boy, like, say, Robbie McCready, I might find it impossible. What was Catha doing here? What about him? The home fire's burning, eh, Catha? While the hunters return from the hill with the herd?
Chris, I can explain.
Hold it. Don't even wiggle, Cobb. So you were just about to explain. Well, go on, tell him before he dies.
No, Robbie. You've done enough killing.
Then you did kill Wallaby Dick.
So you told him everything.
No, Robbie. I came here to warn you. They've set a trap. Kill Kane and your
I
father.
warned you what would happen if you let a man come between us. It's going to be just the way you said it would be.
All right, Robbie. It'll be just like we planned. But there's no need to kill anybody.
Don't talk to me like a child.
You are a child, Robbie. A vicious child. In the pattern of your father, who came with a piece of paper and a hired gunman and killed my father. That's who's buried out there by the old station, Robbie. My father and my mother. That's how I knew about the secret pass I played there as a child. I waited a long time to pay the McCready family back for what they did to me. But the best of it all was using a McCready against a McCready. That's all there ever was between us, Robbie. Too late, Robbie. Kill Kane and your father are trailing the herd. They'll see you for what you really are.
Catha. Gather?
You warned me I couldn't handle him.
I'll ride for a doctor.
No, just stay with me. I want you to know that at last I have